All right, I think we're alive. Welcome back, guys. It's been a long time, so we've missed the last 2, 3 live streams. So, my apologies. Been traveling, holiday seasons and all that. Plus, I'm gonna tell you the truth. My sleep schedule is flipped upside down, so I don't even get tired until about 2 in the morning. Then I get tired enough to fall asleep around 4. So I'm like on a graveyard shift. So I've been trying to get up at this 8 o'clock to meet you all. But looks like we're running for a bit of a later thing. And I know that's difficult for those of y'all in the UK across the big pond there. But we'll keep working with it, see what we can do. But I do appreciate you guys hanging around there. We see Mike K. Mike, hats off to you, and a very, very Merry Christmas to you. All right. And then of course there's 9 Layer Nige. 9 stern salute. 9 is he's on the front lines with this AI hobby. I know 9 actually just celebrating his 1 year anniversary with AI. Here, I guess it's been a little bit over. It's been a little bit more. That was probably about a month ago, but still, we're all feeling the warm fuzzies of that. So, anyway, glad to have you guys here. Let me click over to the browser here, and that did pop up. Good. I'm gonna open this up a bit more. Obnoxious lady dancing there. It is Christmas, so I got a few Christmas things for you. Wouldn't be Christmas if I didn't give you some Taylor Swift kissing Ninja Turtles. So this is one of the latest and greatest. You can thank me later. If I could have wrapped it and kept it under the tree, I would have. And then, of course, this was our great Sora video here.
It's a remarkably handsome commander standing in front of me.
Make it so.
All right, so there you go. Don't say I never gave you anything. Trying to think. Anything else going on here? We're getting ready. Christmas is right around the corner, so hopefully you guys are getting in the spirit. I know a lot of us are these dudes we sitting alone on Christmas Eve, but Christmas is what you make it. So I would suggest you throw on some Christmas music, go buy yourself something and wrap it up. At least you got one present underneath the tree. To make yourself feel better. So, Merry Christmas. We should be hanging out throughout the new year as well. So come on over to the Discord. And, think of a project you want to work on. Last year, I worked on the Viking and the Cowboy. And everyone else working on a bunch of different stuff. We got a bunch done. It was a lot of fun. Malcolm just popped in. Good to see you, Malcolm. He's also from the UK, so hats off to him as well. I think, Malcolm, you mentioned something about working with a 12 gigabyte. Is that all you got right now is 12? Because that is a little bit rough. But we're all doing what we can do. All right. Let's I guess, get ready for the week. We got a lot to cover. So I'm probably not going to cover everything in depth. Because, like I said, it's been a few weeks. But let's get in there. And if you guys got questions, of course, ask. Oh, we do have as usual, we got the wacky races. I mean, come on. Wacky as it gets. So, go ahead and comment in. You'll get into the wacky races. It's all for glory. But, with that being said, let's pop it over here and get ready for our weekly review.
Get going fast. Get going fast.
Yo, time for the weekly review. Yo. Oh, that cracks me up. That was from 9 Layer Nige, so I always appreciate that. There's Hayseed Farm Boy. Good to see you, Hayseed. Hats off to you, yo. Happy to have you guys around. All right, well, let's pop on over to here. Let's take a look, man. There's been a lot going on in the last few weeks. So, we had our steady dancer. Actually, before we go into here, I'm going to actually make sure you guys see the new website. New getgoingfast.pro. I'll be working on this. I talked with my brother-in-law, who's a professional web designer. He said, I need to open this up, use the whole screen, and do all this stuff. So I'll be working on expanding this. But this is I'm really happy with this. You can proceed to the list of AI apps. From here, you can pretty much find anything. Oops. So there you go. There's your Steady Dancer. Here's our scale. You can look stuff up. Looks as well. You can log in with your Patreon membership. So if you're a gunslinger, a rancher, farmhand, prairie dog, whatever, you can log in and it will actually give you access to everything. So you can actually look at stuff that's free for prairie dogs, let's say. And you go, oh, I want this analog 2000 Quinn 3. You can click on over there. And now, if you're logged in, it'll actually give you a free download button. So it's just like downloading from Patreon, but it'll be easier. So I'm logged in as a free account, but this would normally say download. As well, if you do want to buy something one-off, you can just click the buy download, and it'll pop you on over to this. So it gives you like a one access to download. So anyways, it's just a really easy way to do stuff. You can get through all the videos, search through stuff. You need to find something on Python or whatever. And then you can always click back over to the other Patreon site. But, all right. I'm very happy about that. I spent probably about 3 weeks of not sleeping. I actually gave myself a bad cold because I working on it. All right, so we had Steady Dancer, and Juan SCAIL is actually going to overwrite this. Steady Dancer was really cool. Really happy with it. Very pleased with Steady Dancer. Okay. You're going to find by the end of this video, though, that SCAIL is better. One of the cool things about this is we're really getting to the point of what do you call it? Full body face swaps. So we've had Rope and Visualmaster and all this stuff and doing our face swap stuff. But we're getting to the place where we're able to do full bodies. Notice it got her dress and it got her face for the most part. I mean, that's Sydney Sweeney. You know, so for the most part, and her face here is not that great, but I did low quality. Remember, I'm doing stuff at 480, but it keeps it. So I will say an exciting kind of thing for all you NSFW out there is it transfers whatever they're wearing or whatever they're not. If she was naked standing here, she would be dancing nakedly. Okay, so whatever she's wearing or not wearing, it's going to transfer. That's Steady Dancer, and that's what SCAIL improves on. Very cool stuff. Probably one of the things I'm most excited about. I'm still kind of waiting. I want to see it. I want to see it get to the place where you can do any video. Right now, they still have to kind of be standing up and doing their thing. I want to switch out any movie scene with an actual person, and I think that maybe by the end of the year we will actually be there. Okay, here's of course videos. I'm trying to change up my thumbnails. If you guys got opinions on my thumbnails, I went down kind of the what's this called? Oh hell, mid-journey path. I think we're not going to keep going down that path. It's just kind of not me. Made some cool stuff. Okay, so some tips. What were the tips here? Yes, with Steady Dancer, you have to be very particular about the videos you use. And that was kind of one of the downfalls of, let me see if I can actually get this to play here to show you some stuff. That was kind of one of the downfalls of Steady Dancer is that, boy, look at that righteous beard, yo. Is you had to, your reference image that you're using pretty much has to be almost exactly like the video that you're throwing in there. So if the video had a person far back and you put a person in there, it would make your person a midget. So it wasn't quite perfect. And notice that was kind of cool about Steady Dancer. It kept her face here, like notice with this one here, but it did extrapolate the type of clothing she was be wearing, which is kind of cool, honestly. Like it kept the vibe, but there was a lot of errors like this. See, here's what I'm talking about. See, the video started with the person in the back and then had them come forward. So Steady Dancer was cool, had some errors. All right. Still good. Okay. Had some news here. Boy, it's December 4th since we've been, I'm so sorry, guys. Basically just, you know, what is it? Wisdom is justified by her children. That's an old proverb. And in other words, everyone can talk crap about the USA, talk garbage about the president. At the end of the day, our policies are what keeping us competitive. And I don't know what, I don't get why people there are very real geopolitical competitors in the world, and as soon as the USA starts competing, they're like, oh, like, why do you gotta compete? Oh, yeah, it's just like, well, because competition is very real. And so any rate, the bottom line is, we're going in a good direction with our energy policies. So good stuff there. Okay, this is cool. Z image. I'm gonna have to do a new video on Z image. I'm gonna look at the camera and say, I underestimated Z image. Okay, I'll just straight up admit that. Looking you right in the eyes, very sincere eyes. I underestimated Z image. Now, I always knew Z image was good. I thought that it would wear out after a little while. And just the way that you can train it, the quality you can get with it, it's not going away anytime soon. It's not running out. And it's buried Flux 2. Flux 2 is dead. I mean, when was the last time you guys used Flux 2? You didn't. So Z image has completely dominated. This is a KCPPT file. These are those Cobalt CPP template files. So all you got to do, Cobalt CPP, of course, is just one file, runs LLMs, but you get these PPT files, and all you gotta do is throw it on there. It actually downloads everything for you, loads it up, and you can use Z image. It's probably the absolute easiest way to use it. This is available for Prairie Dog members as well. Okay, updated Steady Dancer for NVIDIA, 30 cards. So that might help you, Malcolm, with your 12 gigabyte card. You might want to check that out here. Okay. Okay, and then this, just a video. Here was me going down this picture here again is me going down the I just had, what was the word of it? Oh my god. Oh shit. The whatever, the stupid video thing. Anyways, you'll see that my videos change a little bit. So I was going down this path. I don't think this really fits the channel though. Okay, can you guess which model this is? I'll give you 3, 2, 1. All right. Well, Malcolm actually here is just asking, saying he's waiting for some long cat video avatar. I haven't heard about it. Let's give it a look. Long cat video avatar. Let's click over here to the GitHub. Long cat would be great, you know, if we get it working. The last long cat it wasn't quite stable enough. I know that 9-layer Nige did quite a bit with Long Cat. So again, hats off to him for that. So something new that works a little bit better would be really welcome. But you know, this is like the year in advance. Think about how far we've come. In fact, let's do this really quickly. Let's go over to getgoingfast.pro and let's search by date. Let's go, let's do a search by December. And let's see what we were doing a year ago. Oh, is it not wanting to show more than that? Let's go 2024. I might need to fix this. Oh, look at that. Oh. Well, evidently I need to fix the search engine on that. Oh, yeah. That's actually an easy fix. So that's kind of embarrassing that this did this. Just means I messed up. I run in a JSON file, so I screwed up the JSON file. I'll just have to replace it. But what I wanted to do was show you guys stuff we were working on a year ago. That bugs me that I broke that. Okay, that was working. Let's go over to your videos. And I want to see if we can scroll all the way back to last December, because it's pretty fascinating to see where we've come from in 1 year. So here's January. DeepSeek had just come out. We were doing MM audio. Boy, sure doubled down. Sarge Flux. So we were still totally in the midst of Flux stuff. LTX. We're still using LTX. Fish. Let's see if we can get some LTX video here for you real quick. My videos have changed. Oh yeah, I remember this picture of that gal. It's like a 3-second picture. I was really pleased with that. And the bottom line is the bottom line is things have really grown in the last year. So hopefully by the end of this year, man, we'll be making full minute-long videos, able to swap full bodies in. We've got the update to the ZImage model manager. So ZImage came out with the control net. So we put this out here just recently. So again, control net is, let me see if I got a video on control net here. Well, so basically control net is that whole idea that you can force an image to go down the path you want to do. I want the arm here. I want the arm here. I want the shirt to be this color, that kind of thing. And it's very powerful when you put it in with ZImage, because ZImage can already make such great stuff, which means you can make the exact image that you need. Okay, AI brews. Okay, so POTUS assures AI innovation will be crippled by 50 state rulebook. So in the USA, of course, we have 50 states, and there's always a battle between how much the federal government should regulate and how much states should go. And pretty much to follow American politics, all you need to know is this, is that if your political party wants something, then all of a sudden you're for federal. If you're the political party that if the other political party wants something, then you want states, right? So in other words, when you're in power, you want to force everyone to do everything your way, and when you're not in power, you're like, oh, we got state rights. So I mean, F these guys. But the bottom line with this is this is a good stuff, because essentially what this is saying is that you don't have to have 50 different regulations for AI. Because imagine you and I go out and we build an AI product, and then we have to go to 50 states to get it all to it. It's just classic leftist kind of liberal bureaucracy that just drains innovation down to the bare core, so nothing gets put out because you get just swallowed up in this massive bureaucracy of having to get imagine having 50 people that don't even like each other all in the room, and they all have to agree before you get your product out. And that's essentially what that did. Okay, find AI tools fast. That's the Get Going Fast Pro site. Oh, I did update the tiers here. This is kind of a big news. So if you guys are farmhand or prairie dog members, this really affects the prairie dog members the most. Is we took a bunch of apps, and what we did is we opened them up for prairie dogs. So trying to give more value for all of the different members. And some of this stuff is just, it's been available for our farmhands get the newest stuff like straight off the bat. Okay, as soon as it comes out, you get it. So some of the stuff has been like a year or so, and it's still awesome stuff, but it's but at the end of the day, it's older, and it's like, let's give it to the guys that run a little bit lower. So we've done that. We opened up a few stuff to the free tiers as well, but still farmhand, rancher, gunslinger are still your main go-to. All right, this is cool. This magic wand is quite nice. Here's the new take on Ninja Turtles. Notice I could not get Taylor Swift in this one. This one can't do Taylor Swift. I got one that was close, but it's not Taylor. ZImage can do Taylor Swift. But still very realistic. So this is a blend of a couple different models. And I don't know. I like it. You can get incredible high quality imagery through it. So I think this is definitely worth your time. It doesn't take an incredible amount of time. And as you see down here, it has the Q4, Q8s. So you can run this down. Malcolm could probably run this down on his 12 gigabytes with a little bit of patience. So good one to get here. Okay, and then here's the new here's the new type of video image that I've been doing. So the other one was that I can't think of the word of it, but that other style that was kind of sci-fi weird. I decided to go with this. I think this fits the channel more. So hopefully we'll be seeing more better video stuff like that. Okay, one Windows fix, AI loads faster. We talked about this. This is huge, actually. I effectively was done using WAN 2.2. Couldn't use it. It just took so long. It took me 10 to 15 minutes just to start the darn thing up and run it. And I had basically given up on it. And then I discovered, what happens is our Windows machine, our Windows Defender, which by the way, Windows Defenders is great. I don't actually even run AI virus software anymore. Windows Defender does such a good job, but it looks at our big AI models. We got like a 12 gigabyte model, and it runs through it to check it for viruses every time you load it. So it takes forever. That's why it was taking. I would load WAN 2.2, and it would take me 10 to 15 minutes to get my first generation. I mean, it was insane. Okay. Totally nuts. So you watch this video. Basically, this shows you how you can get into your Defender and you create what's called an exclusion. And you say, hey, don't scan this one file, or don't scan this folder or this type of file. What I did is I just put it on my models folder. I said, don't scan my models folder. There's no viruses in my models. And literally all of a sudden my stuff went from like 10 minutes to load to like 30 seconds. So huge. What is it? The president was a huge, right? Big thing. So watch this video. Huge change. Okay, these are the 3 apps that are coming in a few days. So we've already got Z Image ControlNet out. We've got one SCAIL out. Then this one's coming up, Persona Live. I'm going to put out a video on this just to put it out, but I'm going to tell you it's really not very good. And what happens with a lot of these things is they release something and they say that it's they here, I'm going to go over to here in a second. They'll say, oh, it can run as low as 12 gigabytes, and it's like, well, they're being a little dishonest. Yes, it can run as low as 12 gigabytes, but it can't run well with 12 gigabytes. Okay, so it's kind of like when you go to the store and they'll buy you want to buy a computer, and the computer says it can run the basics, on this, and it runs the minimum requirements for Windows, let's say. But then you get home and it runs slow because, yeah, technically it can run the minimum requirements, but like right on the line of the minimum requirements. So first of all, this thing does not run except for in WSL. I've tried to transfer this over to Windows, cannot get it to go. I had to change a lot of code. Okay, like I had to change a lot of code to get this thing running. And as you can see, look, it doesn't really work great. It kind of works, massively laggy. My takeaway on real-time face swapping is that it doesn't exist. Okay, I'm running 24 gigabytes of VRAM, and this is as good as I can get. It's just too intense. And if you go to the site, you'll see that they tested it on a H100. So it's like, you tested on like 64 gigabytes of VRAM. And I'm sure if we all had that, it would be great. So good in concept, not good in practice. But I'll release this anyway. I'll be releasing this with a WSL install. You're going to have to install some Windows subsystem for Linux. I do have the install and how to get your CUDA, mini conda, and all that involved. So if you're farmhand, you get all that kind of stuff for free. Otherwise, you'll have to figure it out yourself. But the downloader will then work on that as well. Yo, ba ba. Okay, what else we got here? Okay, there's our Z Image ControlNet. So pretty pleased with this. Can do some really cool stuff. We've released the pose, the depth, the canny, and something called HED, HED, which I hadn't heard about before. Show you how into on the cutting edge I am, right? But this has it all. Now, I do not believe that I do not believe that the control nets are, I mean, that LoRa's are working with this. So I tried to put LoRa's in here, and it doesn't seem to work with the control net. Let's pause really quick and go over and check. We're going to be done here in a second. Let's check on the wacky races, and let's check on the messages people are leaving here. Here we got here. Here we go. Okay, let's see our top fans. All right, AI Videos is number 1. Good for you. Mike K's number 2. We got Malcolm rocking in at the number 3 spot. Hayseed Farm Boy, 4 and 9. 9, you better catch up. I know it's getting late for 9. He got to drink his tea here and get to sleep before too long. But 9, if you're going to get in the match, you better get in to the match. Let's see what we got going on over here really quick. Oh, I didn't show you any of that. Doggone it. There we go. Top fans. There's your top fans. Okay, let's see here really quickly. Malcolm says, I'm still using 1.2 and can render out a good 10-second video at a reasonable video size. Takes about 10 minutes. Good, about a minute. That's actually not bad. AI Video says 1.2 is quite fast, to be honest. It takes longer to swap models for high, low noise than to render usually. Yeah, so the issue that I was having was that initial model load, because Windows Defender was wanting to scan the model. Anyways, it saved my AI, saved 1.2.2 for me, and everything is like going now. So back to happy days again. All right, let's get into the home stretch here. Again, here's the new style video. All right, and then here's the big boy one, 2.2 scale. So you're going to see how this improves on Steady Dancer. So first of all, Steady Dancer, there's no way that Steady Dancer could have got that spin around. Absolutely no way. The head would have twisted sideways, would have done something. Now, I did have to prompt this to say like 1 foot in the air, 1 foot down. And it was able to get that. Let me see if I got some other. Oh, yeah, here. I've been playing with this. Here's like Gene Kelly over here doing his thing. There's Debbie Reynolds. I'm kind of doing this whole series of like how good they danced back in the old days and then how stupid our dances are today. You'll notice with this one here, this is one of the downfalls of SCAIL. It grabs the people in the background. So one of the cool things about it is that you can do large numbers of people. So you got 3 people dancing at once. The downside is that it picks up a bunch of other stuff as well. So, but just SCAIL is just incredible. It takes about 4 to 5 minutes for me to run one of these. I just did a big comprehensive video. The turnaround is really the impressive part of this. Steady Dancer was messing up the head. The head would twist. That is a natural movement. So great stuff. There's a lot of workflows out here. Notice they're using this thicker pose. So a lot of times the older ones, the pose maps would be skinnier. So I think this is one of the tricks they've done. They've broadened out the sticks in the pose. I think somehow that's making a difference. Here, that was that. That pose goes with this over here. So very cool. Hayseed says, I used OOSU 10 on regular PC to open files, also better than it was. Cut RAM usage from just normal operating system we have. I'm not sure what OOSU 10 is. So I guess we'll have to go look it up. OSU10. What is it? Shut up and free. Oh, that's a antivirus thing. Okay, cool. So that worked good for him. 9 is reminding us here that to come over to the Discord and be part of the weekly challenges. So you can come over that. He always puts something up every week, and we try to get in there and put up something silly up there. Anyways, if nothing else, it makes us feel like we're doing something with each other. I'm going to come back, as I know a lot of us are guys that just sit kind of home at home doing our own thing. So at least we got each other, right? We're not like up in each other's grill, right? It's not like a heavy sort of a you gotta this, but it's good to know that you got homies that you can reach out to. You can totally go into your like I don't want to talk to anyone or anything for like ever sort of phase, and then you can kind of pop out and we're still here because we're all we're all doing the same thing. So I love you, man. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I think we're gonna probably call it good there. If you guys have any questions here, I'm gonna go into my I'm gonna start going into my my end monologue. So if you have anything you want to say, now would be the time to say it. We'll check the wacky races here in just a moment. Gosh, I'm trying to think. I feel like there's more that I should be saying, but I can't think of what it is. So hopefully, again, you guys just have a good Christmas. Go, call your mom, do your loved ones. I live in, I'm in Idaho, and I called last night, and they were having like the family Christmas party for my mom's side, and I was like, I didn't even know about it, and I just felt like, oh, I wish I'd been there, because I'm gonna be honest, I spend my life running away from my family. I'm like, okay, I want to go to India, I want to go to Africa, I want to get as far away from my family as I can. But I'm getting older, and I'm starting to realize that the days are numbered, and the good times, they ain't gonna last forever. So I do want to encourage you guys this Christmas to listen to some music, find that old holiday spirit, maybe fall into an emotion or something like that, and call family and just let them know you love them. In the meanwhile, with that said, let's pop over and check out our winners of the wacky races. And here we go. Ready? Dun 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 dun. Here it is. Clicking it now. And AI Videos wins the wacky race. So AI, you get the Boulder Mobile. Good job. Awesome. Although if you want, you can have another one. Yeah, I guess you don't have to take the Boulder Mobile. You as number one, you can have whichever one you want. All right. So good job. Mike K is number 2 with the Creep Coop. Malcolm, good job. You came in with the converted car. Hayseed Farm Boy, good to see you. I hadn't seen you in a while. Always glad to have you. And you win the Crimson Hay Baler. And 9-Layer Nudge gets the Compact Pussycat. So he gets the girl. Oh, man, we all get the cool stuff. 9-Layer Nudge gets the girl. Oh, ain't that the way? Ain't that the way? All right, well, you guys have a good one. Let's see if there's anything else here really. At some point, I'm going to need a lot of help, but I'm going to slow right now. Got a number of irons in the fire. Absolutely understand that. So I am here if you guys need help, and come on the Discord and hang out. Oh, last thing. Share your videos. We get a lot of technical talk, but share the stuff you're working on. Okay. If it's not safe for work, if it's nudies, then just go put it in the Get Going Fast After Dark. We have an After Dark section that you can go put it in. But share the stuff you're working on. We want to see what you're working on. Sometimes that place is like crickets. Sometimes it's hopping. And other times it's like crickets. It's like mummies. So come in. We need you to be part of what's going on there. So, all right. Lord bless you. Merry Christmas. Find purpose in your holiday is my prayer for you. And I guess we'll catch you on the other side. All right. Stay good.